Good evening, and welcome to... Larry, couldn't we get one of these that made a sound or something? Not in the budget. Good evening, and welcome to Having a Drink with Mink, the birthday edition. Insert sound effect here. Actually, it's just as well. These things were annoying as hell. You remember these things? But, still, they add to the festivities, huh? All right, we're going to try this. Third time's a charm. Knock on wood. We've had a couple bumps in the road, but, we're going to give it one more shot here. Hopefully, it'll work out. So what's it all about, Alfie? Well, it's my 51st birthday. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone on the Old Guys Who Like Old Comics Facebook group who have sent me wonderful personal birthday messages. It's so great to hear from you guys. Chuck Johnson wrote me a poem, which was haunting, to say the least. And I got to say, it's wonderful. Thank you so much for making me feel so good on my birthday. As you can see, well, there are a few items here as well. I figured if I was going to open them, I'd open them with you, my pals. So let's get right to it. But first... Okay, so what's doing? Well, a little something from my brother, Dennis Miller, and his wife, Michelle. Got this card here, lovely aqua blue envelope. Stabby Joe's going to make the scene. We're going to cut this on open, and we're going to see what it's all about. It's a nice heavy-duty card, I can tell. And, oh, wow. All right. Batman. The night belongs to Batman. And, oh, wow. Holy cow. But this day belongs to you. Happy birthday from Dennis Michelle, my niece Michaela, and my nephew Dennis. Thank you guys so very much. Wow, what a cool card. And not only that, but included are these fantastic Storm Owl stickers. That's right. How cool are these? We have the cover to, this is cover to issue number 1. This is number 2. Then we have, there's a little interior page artwork by Eric Luna Salazar. And then, oh man, we have some very striking black and white images right there. Oh yes, Storm Owl by Kent Clark. Doing a nice little pin-up for us. And then, what the blank? He's just a clown in a costume. Blow his ass away, damn it. Please, no profanity in the group. How cool is this? Thank you so much, guys. These are awesome. These are absolutely wonderful. And these will become part of the set behind me. Let me set these aside somewhere safe. Oh, but that's not all. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, indeed, folks. And let me pull this a little closer. Hopefully that will improve the audio. I also was given this wonderful gift from Dennis and the gang, and it has some very cool stickers, including Spidey, telling me to have an amazing birthday. And how could I not? We have a excellent Garfield sticker as well. And then the bat. So what's going on inside? Let's rip it on open and see. Oh, holy smokes. Wow. We have strip lights. Oh, yeah, man, you can plug these things and make your life psychedelic. How cool are these? Red, green, blue, color adjustable. Can replicate the aliens coming to take me home. Wow, that is phenomenal. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, but wait, there's more. Oh, yeah, baby, because you know I am a Mego fiend. I am a Mego freak. Oh, dear. We have. Hold on. Stabby, can I avail myself to your services? Cut this guy open. Oh yeah, baby. We're gonna get them open so you can see them. I can see them too. Had a little unfortunate issue with the sticker, but we'll fix that a little bit later. We're not going to let it throw us because, like I said, 3 is our lucky number. Here's Cornelius. That's right. My brother knows I'm a Mego fan. We're both nutty for the Mego figures, and it is so cool to finally have one of the apes. I've concentrated on the superheroes and Star Trek, as well as the new monster figures, because they're so fantastic. And, you got to draw the line somewhere, but I knew I was going to get into those apes, and Corny here is an excellent entry point for sure. How cool is that? The answer is very, very cool. Thank you so much, Dennis, Michelle, Michaela, and Dennis. And then, set that aside for just a moment, we also have a little something from my friend, Dave Edwards. That's right. Viewers of Comics for Breakfast will know Dave Edwards, also known as Obi-Wan Adoobie, big Star Wars guy. And he sent me this mysterious box. So we'll see what it's all about. Don't cut towards yourself. That's the first thing they teach you in Jedi school. And some folks, well, I guess they just don't learn it. What do we got in here? Oh, we got a bag. Wow, how nice is that? The presentation, a 10 out of 10, folks. And Jason, I'm sorry. It says, keep your gift a surprise. How egotistical am I that I look at this and I think it's my name? Come on, buddy. It's your birthday. The world doesn't freaking revolve around you. Yet. But what's in here? We're gonna open it up. And it seems like Amigo. Ha-ha! It's Ultraman. Fantastic. Now, y'all know me. I'm a big Ultraman fan as well. And very, very cool to be able to have this wonderful addition to my Mego collection. We have Ultraman and Cornelius. They'll be pals forever. Thank you so much, Dave. So very, very cool. I'm going to gently set these aside just to make sure nothing happens to them. I'm going to open them up a little bit later on. So, what is in this nondescript brown paper bag, you may be asking yourself? Well, it's a funny story. There's a little antique shop down the way. It's in Uptown. That's Pittsburgh's Uptown. And I made it a point to stop by last Saturday, and he wasn't open. That's the one day of the week he wasn't open. Well, I guess I should have called first, huh? That'll teach me. But I went down again yesterday. I just had this feeling. I'd been wanting to go down. The last time I was there, I'd walked in and I was blown away by the amount of stuff. The guy has a remarkable amount of artifacts, historical artifacts, I would say. It appears as though he has materials from marquees, theater marquees from the 30s and 40s, giant movie star heads and posters as far as the eye can see, artwork. When I walked in, one of the first things that I saw this time was one of those Mead Hulk binders. I should have asked him how much he wanted for it, but I was busy hunting for Megos because, apparently you can never have enough of those, can you? So to make a long story short, I'm like, hey, buddy, you got any Migos? And he said, if I have any, they'll be in this cabinet right here. Well, the cabinet was packed with porcelain dolls, and alongside the front of the cabinet were all of these very, very delicate glass objects. He said, go right ahead. See if you can find them. So it was very Indiana Jones style, operation. Carefully removing one porcelain doll at a time, trying not to knock these baubles to the floor, because I'm not in the market for baubles. I'm looking for action figures. But the man said if he had any Migos, well, they would be in this cabinet, and well, he wasn't wrong. So I happen to have what I found yesterday right here. And let me tell you, folks, I'm over the moon. We're going to start off with, who's this? Y'all know who this is. It's Zombie Punch from Chips. Okay, he didn't start off as a zombie, but what's known as Migo molt has occurred, and the plastic in his face has altered over time due to like leaching, of the paint, perhaps, or just the chemical composition, altered by environmental factors. It would take a scientist to explain. But nonetheless, I'm pretty happy to pick him up. I mean, look how happy he is. He's having a great time. So we're going to see if we can clean him up to the best of our ability. And granted, he's missing a few things, but I like his pajama-style footies. Those are cool. And I was overjoyed to see he has his wristwatch. So, granted he's missing his gun and, walkie-talkies and stuff like that, but he's always going to know what time it is, at the very least. So, we'll put him right there. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I guess he's spent the past couple years lying down, so probably a bit of a tall order to ask him to start standing now, but, there we go, with the help of the handy-dandy microphone cord. So what next? Catwoman, ladies and gentlemen, in my favorite Catwoman costume. She wore this very briefly back in the day, but I always thought that it was a great... Larry, can we get a picture? Yeah, so that's that classic costume. I think that it's pretty nifty. Now, see, Paunch, you can learn a thing or two from her. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Spidey, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have Amigo Spidey. He was a gift from my grandmother back when I was like 19 years old, my 19th birthday. She had hooked me up with $20, which I promptly went and bought myself an action figure with, and she thought that I was crazy, but that wasn't the first time. And he is currently over there. He's in my spider car, but he suffered some damage over the years, and, some kid decided to take a marker and, fill in the lines on his head and make him look more like Spider-Man. Not sure who that kid was, but, he's got a lot of wear and tear is the thing. So when I found this guy, he was in tremendous condition, too. He's missing the snap on the back of his uniform, but other than that, man alive. Absolutely wonderful. So another nice addition to the collection. So I'll probably keep the original Spidey in the spider car, and then maybe this guy, we'll hang him from a string or something. Have a little bit of fun with them, because that's what it's all about. Oh, Punch, what are we going to do with you? And then Green Arrow, ladies and gentlemen. I've been dying to pick up a Green Arrow figure since I started back into Migos a few years ago. He's a little more expensive as far as it goes. He's not nearly as common. As you can tell, he's missing a few things. He's missing his hat and his quiver and his bow and some boots, but he's an original figure, and he's in really nice condition. Once again, for being in a pile of old dolls, great shape, great shape. So I don't know. We'll see. You guys hold hands, maybe. Have a nice little... All right, just lean. Everyone's just going to lean. It's going to be a big leaning party. And then, can you believe it? Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? We also have the legendary Captain Marbles. That's right. Now, this is an extra as far as it goes. I have a Captain Marbles, so I'll probably toss this guy to my brother because he's wanted an original. He requires a little bit of effort, but my sister-in-law is an excellent seamstress, and she could certainly fix those little things. Got a little bit of paint rub, but otherwise, he's in great shape. And as a little kid... Anytime I was left at my grandparents' house, they had a big old field out in the country, and I would run across the field, and I would hold this guy up in the air against the sky, run around back and forth across the field. They thought I was crazy. I was just having fun. You know how it is. You know how kids are. And what else? Come on. It's the leaning party at the very least. And we have one more. He's not Amigo, you're saying? Well, that is absolutely correct. He is not Amigo, but he's a figure that I had as a kid. And I was not great at keeping my toys in good condition. As you can tell, he's got a lot of pieces. He is missing his hat and a gun. But otherwise, I think that he's mostly complete. To find him with his mask and one of his guns... still in the holster, no less. Well, that's phenomenal. I'm not necessarily the biggest Lone Ranger fan in the world, but when you think about it, well, he is one of the first superheroes. And the figure, he displays beautifully. I've taken a few photographs, and you can see just what a nice-looking figure he is. So... I'll make it a point to track down a hat and the few other pieces that he's missing, and the Lone Ranger will ride again. All right, so by now some of you are probably saying, "Hey, what gives, Mink? I thought this was supposed to be old guys who liked old comics, and you're talking about old toys. You man-child?" Guilty as charged, I guess. I do have some comics to share with you. My local comic book shop, they didn't have as much of the cheap date material that I usually go for, but I did pick up a few prizes, for sure. And a little more expensive than I usually like to spend, but when it comes right down to it, I'm worth it, aren't I? So... what's it gonna be? We're gonna start off with Harvey's Black Cat, Strangest Tales of Fear and Superstition. What was it? This thing called Animal Instinct. Oh man, Donald Sutherland has seen better days. When I saw this, I knew I had to have it. I was blown away by the cover. I was really struck by it. In fact, I thought that it looked kind of familiar, and now I know why. When I came home, I discovered I have this. This is a Silver Scream. This is a reprint, Classic Tales of Fear and Terror. And as you can tell, there are some real similarities here. I assume that this was redrawn for some reason. My initial fear was that this was redrawn for the Comics Code, and this book was going to be like a post-code horror, which is pretty toothless and unappealing. But I flipped through it, and it's pretty freaky. It's pretty bloody, so I'm not sure what's going on. In fact... this story doesn't appear in either one of these comics, so it's a mystery to me, for sure. But nonetheless, excited to have that in the collection. And then here's another one, and man, this thing is just dynamite. It called to me. It's weird, eerie, startling, the Web of Mystery. Can you imagine seeing that on the newsstand? You know, it's just like, how cool. And we've got these EC-style zombies here. And what are they saying? You're too eager to hang the innocent, Valdez. Now we have returned with your favorite noose for you. And hangmen are pretty interesting. Back in the day, they had a tendency to look like superheroes. With that onesie and the mask and all. But very, very cool. I like these creepy creeps, these ghouly ghouls. Very, very striking. Can't wait to tuck into that one. And then we have American Comics Group. It's Adventures into the Unknown. And it's the Vampire Spider. And vampire spiders go, "Rrr, rrr." And she's terrified, and justifiably so. Look at that thing's mouth. That is super dubious. We have talked about Adventures into the Unknown before on Comics for Breakfast and one of our Halloween episodes. And if I can manage to scan this without detaching the cover, like has happened with so many comics recently, well, maybe we'll look at it in a future episode. And then wrapping up the comics portion of our show, we have a book that I've only seen photographs of or, images on the internet. And it struck me even there. But owning a copy is, it's a completely different experience. This thing really hits me where I live. It's Journey into Unknown Worlds. Somewhere waits the vampire. And this art just floors me, man. It's really intense, really visceral, really, really edgy. It's just a tension-wrought cover for sure. I've always liked representations of vampires where they're more bestial. He almost looks like a werewolf, if you will, sort of werewolf-vampire hybrid. And that's quite slick. And hey, it's on sale monthly too, so don't you ever miss an issue of Journey into Unknown Worlds. And it's an Atlas comic. Oh yeah, baby. But I do have a few more pieces of paper to show you. I think I said something about the horror mood earlier, and you just know that Skywald is the original purveyor of the horror mood. And here's Skywald's Psycho Annual. It's number... I don't know what number it is, but it's from 1972. It was a good year for horror. We learned the truth behind the myth of Dracula. Also, burn, baby, burn. And the hook, for me, was the Heap's Challenge of Terror. We've talked about the Heap previously as well on Comics for Breakfast, and always a lot of fun. So this looks to be some dynamite entertainment. I'm going to set this one aside until October and really enjoy it. And then wrapping things up, it's Panic! It's another one of those Mad Magazine knockoffs. Why not? Warning, if you open this book, you'll die. Some epic Jack Davis artwork right there from December of 1965. And hey, he looks happy enough. He's just waiting for you, I guess. So yeah, that's a nice little selection for sure. Well, hey, thank you so very much for joining us on this birthday edition. Here it is. And man, getting this thing shot was a bear. We've had power outages and just a number of different things that happened that made it difficult. But hey, we made it to the end. Cheers to you, my friends. I hope to see you again very, very soon. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm Jason Mink for Old Guys Who Like Old Comics. And bottoms up.